2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. That looks to be a fairway finder to me. We'll take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Oh, so close. A par putt on the table. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
He's currently tied for second. The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down. Needs a little ground help to the left.
That should set up another chance. This putt is 16 feet to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Ouch, that hurts. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's one stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
This is their look at birdie.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. Sitting at 1 over for the day.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
That's heading for the fairway. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Atta boy, good shot. Second shot here on the 4th.
Yep, that'll work, that's fine.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 2 strokes off the lead. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. The 5th at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
This one might just sneak off the fairway. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
Well, this should affect the ball flight.
It may not seem like it, but I think he'll be happy with that from that lie.
Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Such soft hands.
And in it goes for the par. Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa from moments ago.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he? Pretty straightforward shot, about what you'd expect to see from this player.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
Yeah, that one will play. Second shot here on the 6th. Going with the hybrid.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Come on, let's make this putt. You'll move inside the top 20 if you do. Even for the day. Currently tied for top spot. This one's for birdie. Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that will take him to 1 under. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Opting for the 6 iron.
And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
What's in front of them, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Playing from around 160 yards. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Opting for the 9 iron.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
Oh, absolutely flushed. This putt will move them to 3 under par.
Little birdie look in here.
Ooh, right by the hole. And that should secure the par on this one. Leading by a shot after that hole. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
The dreaded shove always hurts on the greens. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. Gallant attempt. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. As we step into the second 9 here, Rich, and the short par 4 10th.
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
Well, this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Going with the 9-iron, I think. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie.
The other one, the one that came in first. She was there too, right? She's not the one getting out. Oh, she's the one getting married.
That's disappointing. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Well hold. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt. That's frustrating. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
Bugger, a bogey. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied atop the leaderboard. Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? This shot from the first cut of rough. Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich. Lining up the birdie putt here. Looking really good, this one. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Playing their 5th shot. Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here, currently leading by 2. Wonderfully played. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And back to the play, shall we? A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
This for a birdie run.
Ooh. An opportunity to make a par here. Okay, let's head to the next. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
That's not the outcome they were after.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
And he needs this to save par. Just didn't drop. And this one will be for bogey. He's currently sitting in first place. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1 because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Shame it didn't drop. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
Going with the 6 iron here. That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Getting ready to play their third. He leads the field by a stroke. An opportunity for a birdie here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Time for the 5th shot. Yes! Hold it!
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour Pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but
more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. Ooh, just missed that one. Leading by a couple after that hole. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Club up. I like this play.
Not a bad play, that one. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. Ooh, that was a touch of class. I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Well, that's a lovely way to finish the opening round. Out in front, the leader. Sounds great.
Luke, big lead through the opening 36, but no time to get complacent. There's still a lot of golf to play, and they need to continue to make birdies in order to finish ahead.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.